Guys, and welcome back to the Journey of Self. I am your intuitive tarot reader as well as your host, Brandy, and this is The Journey. Okay, guys, so as promised, I did actually launch the Journey of Self jewelry collection in July. It has been up on the website, thejourneyofself.org. You can go there and you can buy the jewelry directly off the website. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be featuring a piece of jewelry every time I do the readings, okay? Currently on the website, we do have 80 custom pieces of jewelry on the website, earrings, bracelets, anklets, things of that nature. Some are fashionable, such as the Savannah and the Sept collection, and others are spiritual, such as these two featured here on the end, such as the 4 Elements bracelet as well as the Manifestation bracelets. Okay, so this is the piece that I would like to feature this month, the Manifestation bracelet. All right, as you guys can see, this is a mixture of small beads as well as larger beads, okay? This bracelet is about 11 links, or 11 rings, I should say, and can be customized, where you can add rings or take rings away. You can also get this bracelet featured without the larger stones, okay? In that particular case, it looks like this. The larger stones are going to be absent. The thing that makes these two bracelets different than the bracelets that I wear is that my bracelets have been customized for me by adding tags to the bracelets to bring in particular energies. My tags on my bracelets say things like family, believe, love, things of that nature. This particular one is more or less for my light working, and this one is about be the light and remembering to have faith. All right. Now, some of the shorter bracelets look like this. This particular bracelet has only 5 rings on it. Okay. So like I said, you can customize your bracelets through tags, through lanes, things of that nature. The colors are pretty much set. We also do have a part of the website that is called Pure Light. You can bring particular energies into your life as well with these particular bracelets. All right. So this is the piece that I'd like to feature. You guys come visit me at thejourneyofself.org. And this is The Journey of Self. I am your intuitive tarot reader as well as your host, Brandy, and this is The Journey. This is going to be the Pisces end of August into September reading, general reading, okay? So what I've done is something a little bit new that I've been doing this particular run. What I've been doing is I've been pulling the cards. I've been pulling the cards, the 5 cards that I'm going to use for your spread, and I've been clarifying on camera. It's just saved me so much time. I've done double the readings that I usually do in the amount of time that I've been doing them. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. The first card that you have out is the King of Swords. Is the Knight of Swords. The second card that you have out is the 7 of Pentacles. The third card is the Ace of Swords. The World card. This is the Gold Tarot, by the way. The Gold Rider-Waite deck. And the Justice is the last card. So guys, what can we say? What can we say? I feel like you guys are at the top of your game. I feel like you guys are feeling very attractive, fashionable, fit at this time, competent, decisive, truthful. I feel like there's been some calculations and some truth and some knowledge that has circulated, and some cycles have ended and some cycles are beginning. And things are turning out exactly the way that they go. I feel like you guys are really feeling content with yourself, as this woman is in the middle of this card. She's free. She's free. You can tell she's open by her nakedness. Nakedness usually indicates a sense of freedom, a sense of openness, a sense of vulnerability, but not in a bad way, in a very confident way. Okay. I feel like you guys are being, just easygoing and cheerful. And I feel also that you guys are sharing this energy with other people by being supportive, by being, insightful for them and protective of them. Let's go ahead and start clarifying. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords. I feel like you guys did take action quickly with your truth, and speak your truth. And it did move quickly. It may have felt as though it was even a little bit brash, a little premature, stressful. This could have stemmed from some type of disappointment, heartbreak, a new direction that had to be taken because the old direction just didn't work anymore. Quickly cutting something out of your life. You guys may have been investing into something that didn't necessarily work out. There was some type of turmoil before you got to this particular situation. And at this point, you guys may even have been feeling, with the Knight of Swords energy, may have even been feeling a little defensive, a little bit, how can we say, like you were taking action prior, like you knew that this energy was coming, so you were getting ready. You were taking action to protect yourself because you could see what was coming, because you saw the results of maybe choices that were made prior. I feel like this is, as bad as it may have been prior that led you here, I feel like you guys are appreciating where it's led you, because I feel like you guys have actually gained a personal growth and some type of enrichment, enhancement because of the situation. I feel like at this point, you guys have gone ahead and looked over some things, made your reviews, taken an inventory of exactly what was going on, and you're truthful with yourself, or you've gained new knowledge that has led you to a different place. And as I said before with the World card, you guys were left rather vulnerable, truthful, open. And you know what? With these two cards together, it lets me know that you guys, spoke your truth, learned your truth, whatever it is, you acknowledged it. You acknowledged it, and that led you open. That led you ready. That led you in a free place. It set you free. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to call this video, "The Truth Will Set You Free." And now you guys are experiencing, like I said before, either the results of your actions, getting your just result, you're getting your just desserts, or things, and I should say, and things are working out in your favor, especially if it was anything legal, contractual, things of that nature. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do feel like it left you with a little bit of a 5 of Cups energy quickly. That happened. You were a little bit turned upside down in your finances, in your stability, but you looked over what you had. You acknowledged what you had. Excuse me. You took it for what it was. You realized that, yeah, you needed to be on the defensive. You may have been a little bit even exhausted from this process. And I think you realize that just persevering through this situation is the way you were going to get through it. And I feel like you're doing that. I do have the Death card here as well, which signifies a personal rebirth. And I feel like you guys did simplify. She's not overly done, overly dressed. Actually, she's wearing the bare minimum and it's simplistic and she looks free. And she looks free. Now, there are a few people that could have been involved. I know that Taurus, Virgo, earth sign, air sign, fire sign could have been involved in this situation. That's Aquarius, Libra, Leo, Taurus. I do believe Virgo as well. These are just signs that could have been involved. There was a lot of earth energy involved in this situation. In other words, time, maybe money, finances, assets, things of that nature. Job. It could have included all of these things, all of these earthly possessions, these things that really have nothing to do except energetically with spirituality, right? It was concrete things that you were able to measure and look at and say, okay, that's not working out. Let's go in a different direction. And you got through the situation with that inner spiritual strength. And that is really just beautiful, guys. I just love it. And I do feel like you guys kind of took on that Queen of Wands energy. So this, that's a very attractive, healthy, fit, fashionable, competent energy. All right. And I feel like that's the energy that you took on. So, you may have pulled from all four elements in order to get through this situation. Okay. I feel like whatever it was, it may have started out good and then it didn't turn as it turned, not so positive. Okay, if it was about a new idea and things of that nature, it was because of bad, I don't want to say bad, but I want to say the planning was not sufficient. Therefore, the situation may have fallen through. It may have not been planned carefully. Okay, as I said before, you guys could have been dealing with some type of earth sign. This person, or even if it wasn't an earth sign, it could have been a job. It could have been some type of investment, some type of partnership that you were dealing with. However it goes, this partnership, this job, the environment, the atmosphere between the two, you and this job, this partner, the whatever, it was negative. This person may have not been the most positive and kind of always put like a downward spin on everything. And it was rather materialistic, like the intentions were not exactly pure. Let's see what the Ace of Swords is here for. I would like to know a little bit more about the Ace of Swords. I feel like now at this point, some of you are actually looking for, your passion in life. You're looking for that new spark. Okay. I did say before that there may have been a court case involved. However it goes, it may have not necessarily, if this is prior, if the court case happened or the judgment happened prior, and this is what led you to this situation, understanding that you had to kind of recalculate, be truthful with yourself and move on. Some of you could have gone through a breakup, right? Like a divorce or something of that nature, or maybe even a bad proposal, like you just weren't interested. And, maybe your relationship then turned into a negative way, or it was a judgment against you. However it goes, you had to kind of maybe pick up and move on to a different type of lifestyle. Some of you may have just been traveling instead of, may have gone on a trip and said, you know what, I'm going to go on a trip and clear my head. I feel like, You may have come to the realization, I really just don't know what to do at this point. I'm going to kind of ride this out. I feel like this energy, it led you to the Six of Swords energy, moving on to calmer waters and trying to find a new space in life. Yes. But at the same time, I do also feel like it led you to the hangman state. Okay. It also led you to the hangman state. However, you guys may have quickly come out of that. You guys may have quickly come out of that and things begin to turn around in your favor. I feel like the problem was never really with your outside. It was always with your inner. People always say that, but no. There was a particular type of turmoil going on within yourself that led you to make these changes in your life. They're good changes. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and I'm not saying that you were the problem. What I'm saying is there was something nudging you to do something different, and here we are. Something nudging you to strip away all the BS, to strip away all the unnecessary, to cut. That may have been what the information was. You need to move on with your life to a better positive situation. You know what to do. You need to cut things out that aren't serving. There is a lot of air energy in this reading. There's a lot of air energy and a lot of earth energy in this reading. At this point, the thing that you guys need to do is just be careful with your money. In other words, hold on to, like I always say this, hold on to your heartstrings and your purse strings tightly. All right? Guard your possessions. Okay? Why? Because you guys are in a vulnerable state. You guys are just coming out of something, trying to get to a better place. Sometimes too much optimism leading to naivety can be our downfall. Sometimes too much hardship leading to negativity and bitterness can be or desperation can be our downfall because we're making decisions from these places. We need to just try and find a very healthy medium ground. And I feel like you guys are doing that. And with that being said, the Temperance card is probably going to clarify the Justice card, just because that's just the energy that I'm feeling. That's kind of what the doctor ordered. Yeah. If you guys are doing business right now, make sure that all of your contracts are ironclad. Make sure you know who you're dealing with. Make sure that if you're dealing with a partnership that you're a little bit shaky on or a little bit unclear with, make sure you're watching your partner to make sure that this person is on the up and up. Your instincts are to be trusted. They're not necessarily to be dismissed. Okay? Just pay attention to your business right now. Pay attention to your money, okay? Because you're going to need to guard that and make sure that everything is on the up and up for you to kind of turn the situation around and get back into a good place. You guys are on the defensive a little bit after this situation, but you need to know that you are in an advantaged situation. Now, expect everyone not to agree with you, but what you're doing, you like I said before, these two cards come out together, the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Swords. You guys may feel like what you're doing is a little bit too hasty, a little bit too aggressive, but guess what? It's not. You guys are actually protecting and standing up for yourself, which is a good thing, okay? You guys, in some ways there will be some type of, if you've done things in your past in reference to this situation, you are going to have to ride out the responsibility for these things, the guilt, you're going to have to take responsibility for that and acknowledge your part that you played in it in order to move ahead. You're going to have to lay your ship bare in order to move ahead in this. There may be an air sign and an earth sign that could help you with this situation. Listen, we talked about someone being completely materialistic and things of that nature. That may have even been you in the past. No judgment. We've all been there, right? That may have even been you. And now, because of your actions, because of the way you were moving, you're reaping the benefits. Excuse me. You're reaping, well, that's pretty much what it is, but you're reaping what you sowed, right? Hence with the Justice card, getting your just desserts, getting exactly what it is that you deserve. Now, that's what it is, but I hate saying that. I'm not the judge nor the jury. I'm simply a spectator in your life, simply a spectator. And I hate the way that sounds, but that's kind of what's going on right now, because when I clarify the Justice card, it's clarified by a few things. It's clarified by the Four of Pentacles in reverse, which tells us we need to be guarded. We need to make sure that we're not going to be cheated. It's clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which lets me know that your past may be coming back to haunt you. It talks about the Seven of Wands, where you have to defend yourself, and you're doing that. And it talks about people wanting to compete for what you have. So that Four of Pentacles is now being clarified by the Seven of Wands, which is also being clarified and explained by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And then we have the Knight of Swords clarifying the Justice card as well, and the Magician in reverse, which lets me know that maybe you're not using your best judgment. And you guys are going to have to accept the reality in order to get through the situation. All right, this situation that you're experiencing will eventually go away. You will move to calmer waters. We've already seen that. But moving to calmer waters was a clarification for this card, which is, in this situation, an advice card, and letting you know that it's not going to be all roses is the Justice card, because the Justice card is about realities. And then also, too, the Magician in reverse, speaking on the fact that you may not be living in your exact reality. You may not want to come to grips with the total truth. Okay, Pisces. That has been that portion of the reading. Let me just grab a couple of spirit message cards. Actually, no, these are the angel answer cards. Okay, and then I'm going to do what I normally do, my spirit message cards, a couple of those. Now, you guys will begin to see clearly exactly what's going on within a few weeks. Okay, within the next few weeks. If you guys believe in yourself, believe in the universe, believe in, whoever you believe in, that this is going to work out for your benefit, it will. All right. And I do see abundance in your future. So yes, as we said before, this situation has led you to a better place. You can see it as a lesson, or you can see it as a loss. That's what I always say. I stand by that. And it's the truth. Your perspective will always, and meditation brings answers. Your perspective will always determine your trajectory in life. Now, as for life path, there are people that are watching that would like to know a little bit more about life path before my computer runs out. Let's get that together. Sorry, guys. Let me just handle this. Okay, so. Oh, no wonder the light didn't go off. Hold on. It's not even plugged in. Okay. That's better. Okay, so anyway. I don't know why that was unplugged, but neither here nor there. Let's pull. There are people that, as I was saying before, I got distracted. There are people who would like to know a little bit of an inkling on which direction in which direction they should go. So let's pull a couple of cards for you guys. Maybe I'll do an in-depth. Okay. Listen, there's something about listening to spirit. There's something about listening to the universe. There's something about finding your life path and walking in your truth. It'll bring you extreme happiness, more contentment than you've ever experienced. And I mean, listen, I know this to be true because I found my life path, and I've gone through different stages of life, such as finding the love of my life, such as not having that, such as finding great lucrative careers, even finding careers that I was extremely well at, excelled at, right? Star in. And then I found my life path. I would honestly say that life path is even more powerful than any relationships that you have. Your life path is like the ultimate relationship with yourself and source, yourself and the universe, yourself and your God. That's what life path represents to me. It's your genuine purpose for being here. It's you always being in the right place at the right time. It's divine intervention working out in your life as opposed to trial and error. It's a much more comfortable place to be in life. So when you seek that, never let anything stand in the way of you seeking that. Okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, I hear people growing up, I hear people looking for God, right? Seeking that religious connection. Well, to me, this is the ultimate and most divine connection I can have with the universe, with self, because it takes a certain type of place for you to reach in yourself, for you to actually be able to live out your life path and to actually find that in life. Like you have to be at a certain place in order to find your life path. Let me tell you guys a secret. There are people who are great stars that are not living their life path. That is not what they were sent here to do. You can fall into something that may actually be successful. Matter of fact, most people are not living their life path. Life path search and finding and execution is a divine experience. Honestly, it is the closest that we will ever be to source on this earth. It is the closest we'll ever be to source, to that which we all came from. It is the closest we'll ever be to that on this earth. You living and walking in your path, right? With that being said, we're going to start with the first card out. Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Finding your truth, speaking your truth, right? One or the other, learning the truth, accepting the truth, and finding yourself vulnerable, laying your ship there, and understanding that, being free. Some of you are teachers, especially working with young children, working with a younger group than you, working with a vulnerable group. It's not always literally children, but a vulnerable group. And this is where it gets crazy, right? Yeah. Your life path was just clarified and more advice was given on justice, right? Justice card is the ending of your reading. It was the last card out. Yeah. Justice. Yeah. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. These two cards go together. It may not necessarily be teaching per se, but it is helping a less fortunate or a less empowered group. You're going to bring power to certain groups, and it's going to lead you to exactly what I said: infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. That's true. The universe is going to conspire with you. When you want something really bad that's coming from a pure place, that is a summation of a idea spoke about, expounded upon in Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist. Something I believe in very, very much. If you guys have never read that book, The Alchemist, I suggest that anybody searching for their life path read that book because it is prolific. You can read it 1,000 times and it will illuminate every time different ideals and different points in reference to our relationship with the universe, faith, and divine timing. Take a moment. Stop. Now is not the time to rush into decisions you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. The next card, memories. Your memories are like diamonds in a treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising within you. Remember the happier moment with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world. For neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. For those of you who are experiencing loss that has helped you maybe lose your passion and zeal for life, I too understand that. Been there, done that. Understand that the more you accept the separation, the closer you'll be to that loved one. The more you accept that separation. I experienced it. I had 3 in a row. Turned my life upside down, led to an extreme depression. Before I knew it, and depression is an insidious thing. You know, it sneaks up on you. It's a little bit at a time. It's like, oh, I'm not going to go to that party. Then it's like, I'm not really feeling like going to work today. So maybe you go like 4 days out the week for once or twice. And then the next thing you know, you're like, I don't even want to do it this time. You know, you slowly lose. It slowly sucks your passion out of you. It may, before it even gets to any particular part of your life, it may start with another part, maybe your social life. That's usually the first part to go, your social life. You only do the requirements in your life, and then you choose not to do anything further after that. I don't want to go out today. It can mess with your love relationships, your interpersonal relationships, your friendships, right? First, find yourself isolated. And then the next thing you know, you're completely withdrawn, feeling alone. And you've lost that zeal for life, now having to rebuild yourself. As heartbreaking as that can be, as hopeless as that sounds, I've been there, done that. It definitely will lead you to a better place if you take it as a lesson and build yourself from a healthy place at that point. I mean, at that point, what do you have to lose, right? You have nothing. You have nowhere to go but up. You have nothing to do but build on solid foundations from there on in. And People, places, and things are not solid foundations. Safe is within you. Safe is it within you here and within your heart. It's within your belief system, whatever that may be. All right. Crazy rant. Not really crazy, but long-winded for some reason. Someone needed to hear that somewhere. All right. That's it. We're done with the reading, Pisces. This reading has been awesome. You guys, a lot of you guys are looking for your life path. That's amazing.